Here's Kevin Durant. Fade away from the baseline. That's too strong, taken by Taj Gibson. Teague running into the front court. Through the lane. And leaving it open for Karl-Anthony Towns in the big dunk. Towns gets on the board.
How about that? Pushing the pace and then having the court awareness to know his big man was trailing. Played okay in the second half, but he didn't start well in the last game.
Here's Curry, and he knocks it down.
That was a great example of what you just talked about, the anticipation. As he received the ball, the fans are getting all fired up knowing it was going to be an opportunity to watch him shoot.
First three-pointer of the game from Curry. Taj Gibson going up, but a whistle stops play.
In 36% from three. Here he is. Let's see if he can create something.
See if he speeds it up. Hands off to Towns into the lane. Ball loose on the ground, and a turnover for the Timberwolves. Quick passing for Golden State. Curry underneath.
Jamal Crawford, with his ability to score, even at his age, and he does not look like his age is one of those guys that doesn't affect. He can win you games just by exploding in halves of in the second half, or just own a game. Seen it throughout his career.
In Fort Greene, Brooklyn, PS number 67. Had to change his number because Andrew Wiggins already had number 22. And he knocks down the free throw. 63-56. Timberwolves increasing their lead. One possession game as the second quarter winds down. Wiggins. There's Karl-Anthony Towns back in the game, and Curry picking. Stops behind the arc. Hits the three. Tie game.
How about that?
Goes off Iguodala there. 14 seconds remain on the shot clock for the Timberwolves. 69-68. Golden State outscoring Minnesota here by 9, and another turnover there by the Timberwolves. Here's Curry with the flare.
See the amount of teams that are there. Yes, that is certainly a possibility, but it is also a major challenge for this T-Wolf team.
And a lot of things would have to fall right for Tom Thibodeau's squad.
Well, right now, though, in the preseason, or certainly in this game, you have to be impressed.
For 31 and 17 seconds on the shot clock. Gibson being played by Green. Hands off to Wiggins. 7 to shoot. Wiggins driving. Trying to pass it into Butler. It's taken over by the Warriors. Here's Draymond Green.
You're that close to the basket, you've got to get a shot attempt up.
Warriors go ahead by 5. Wiggins with the long three.
That time he decided, I'm gonna make sure I shoot it now. And how about if Wiggins, though, can expand his game? His three-point shooting has improved, obviously, since entering the league.
What is the point of emphasis, Tim?
Well, getting out of there, closing out, and being careful of your ability to close out on guys. That's a big point of education, and it'd be a big rules interpretation this year. Review. They got to allow guys to land as Wiggins putting on a shooting display.
Finding his stroke. 2 3-pointers in the first 2 minutes here in the third quarter for Andrew Wiggins.
Expanding his game, literally, and his ability to shoot the three. Again, he shot it about 36% last year. If he can get up around 40, boy, will that open up the floor.
Career high. As Steph Curry continues to do it up here in the second half. Teague challenging Green, and he gets denied.
Yeah, that happens a lot when you try to challenge Draymond Green. Defensive Player of the Year. Yep.
So they reset the shot clock with the jump, and Andrew Wiggins will control.
If he can keep the hot hand, they're going to guard him tighter.
Towns wide open. Karl-Anthony Towns from range.
The young guns here in the second half for Tom Thibodeau.
Will control.
If he can keep the hot hand, they're going to guard him tighter.
Towns wide open. Karl-Anthony Towns from range.
The young guns here in the second half for Tom Thibodeau's team. 3 threes, 2 by Wiggins, 1 by Towns.
Coming in hot here in the third quarter. Curry back.
Defense by Draymond Green on Wiggins that time. Here's the ball movement.
And the wheel around by KD. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Butler. Jimmy Butler taking it all the way and clipped from behind there by Zaza Pachulia. Sharp with the quick release.
He sure has, and so does Steph Curry. But you're not surprised. You were just kind of waiting for the Warriors to look like themselves. And midway through the second quarter of this game, they looked like the world champions that they are, and they've continued it on in here to the second half. See if the T-Wolves can show that they are, and they've continued it on in here to the second half. See if the T-Wolves can show some composure right now. And they're trying to go down low to Karl Anthony Towns. And do the old school right there, out of a timeout. Get the ball on the block and let your big man work.
He goes over Zaza Pachulia there. Same starting five for both teams. Curry putting on a show.
Now, you don't want to have defensive breakdowns on that guy. And leaving him alone is obviously a defensive breakdown. Wow.
Minnesota on the other end. And 44 points in the first quarter. Another double team there by Towns, and it leads to a turnover. Now let's see if they come back and answer. Oh, they go inside, and a pretty, nearly with the finish. Ball can't roll in, and here's Jimmy Butler. Pass around, Karl Anthony Towns.
I just think it's great that the fans.
Warriors get it back. Jimmy Butler on the Timberwolves. The feed inside to Wiggins, and he converts right at the bucket.
Jimmy Butler, quiet as this game has gone on. Early on, he was really impactful. Fingerprints were all over. A couple. But the way they can just make it happen, amazing.
Can count on a couple of hands.
you need, yeah. I'm sure Steve Kerr's not only happy, but in another area,
on the floor again with JaVale McGee.
The swarming defense, the double teaming of the ball. Draymond Green seems to be in the middle of all these excellent defensive sequences.
Iguodala over to Curry. Up to Kevin Durant. David West can't convert the jumper. Timberwolves came into this game 2-0 in the preseason, looking pretty sharp in that first game against the Warriors in Shenzhen.
Klay Thompson was 3 feet behind the three-point line and just pulls up right there.
Jones inside, the floater. Taken over by West. Handed it off to Klay.
The Warriors had a great practice on Friday. Best practice of the... As good a defensive coach as Tom Thibodeau is, can only do so much against this Warrior team.
And fall in line with the rest of the coaches in the league, trying to find an answer to this Warriors offense.
It is uncharacteristic, though. Last year, the T-Wolves were 26.
And one player we haven't seen on the floor tonight, that's Nick Young, another free agent signing for Golden State. Not playing in today's game, suffered a hip contusion in the first game on Thursday. Aaron Brooks with a three off the mark. But Young, some of the new depth here at Mercedes-Benz Arena. Kevon Looney. Here's Niang. Back up top to Caspi. Now driving. Niang takes the three. Tries to beat the shot clock. Jordan Bell.
Make the first, a first, 15 pick or 20 pick. Look at that again.
Going right by Cole Aldridge. Jordan Bell.
Again, I know it's garbage time. I know he's not playing against the elite defenders, but here he is again.
Look out. In that time, and you would think that for sure. Stepping back, and the shot goes into the basket.
Caspi tips that in, but I like what Caspi can do. Caspi fits in the mode for Steve Kerr because not only can he shoot the ball, very good passer. Look at that.
Here he is again. Omri Cass.